Sit down here, sir. Please.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Take a seat. Take a seat. Let me just quickly.
Wow.
There you go.
Beautiful. What the heck are you doing?
That's hard. Hello.
Wow.
Great content already. Listen, David. What do you what do you think when you see look away for the moment. What do you feel when you look at this?
Okay. What the?
What do you feel? What are the emotions
Wow.
coming into you? Or do you have any idea what I'm showing you right now?
Is this some kind of a new type of cheese?
Well, good interpretation. Look away one more time. This is super highly professionally done. All right. What do you feel when you look at this? This is perfectly. It's logical, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, just look at it. It's life. It's
Yeah.
basically life.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Another example of
Another
true
example.
anxiety.
Perfect description of the condition of average day salaryman working squirrel.
Are these humans?
Yeah, I think those are people, and this
Damn.
capitalism, or maybe or maybe not. What I'm showing you in general is modern art.
Okay. Yeah.
Today we're gonna be reacting to. This was such a shit intro, but
I think that was so incredible.
we'll add some effects and we'll add some title screens and whatnot. And we'll come up with something.
We have a budget.
Yeah, post-production will fix everything.
Mm-hmm.
Modern art. It exists.
Are these glasses actually a piece of art, or
So basically, I collected a whole bunch of links and different kinds of images to see how you would react to art.
I
that
myself, I'm a very artistic person, so I can definitely understand art. Yeah.
Let's react to something historical. This is gonna be one of the first videos that I wanted to show you.
You're in a museum. In one room, you admire an exquisitely rendered painting of a lush garden by Spanish artist Santiago Rusiñol. In another, you encounter one of the most famous paintings in the world, a monumental work by Picasso. And in another room, you come across something completely different, a picture of a chair, and a blown-up dictionary definition of a chair by Toledo, Ohio-born artist Joseph Kosuth.
Okay.
A chair.
Just as a dictionary definition is a verbal sign that points to something in the world, and a photograph is a visual sign that points to something that is or used to be in the world. Which of these three chairs do we perceive to be more chair than the other? Especially now that this real one is in a museum collection and will likely never be sat in again. And the art of the time likewise reflected a wide...
That's me in the morning.
With a bunch of shrooms.
Oh yeah.
This is, I mean, it looks kind of interesting.
I've been in one of these rooms actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's not. I don't think it's a static.
Been in them.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, it was amazing. No, it was in when I was in Holland. They had an exhibition. This travels.
Netherlands.
Yeah, same. What else is Holland, Netherlands? They speak Dutch. Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah, just like this.
I know, but it's a room filled with mirrors. The door itself is also, it has a mirror on its back. It's an infinite space created by these little pieces. She's a famous artist.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. But yeah, just wanted to make a comment.
Beautiful.
I know, right?
Please, forward.
Yes, forward.
There was pop art, and minimalism, and happenings, and fluxus. And there was also this thing that Kosuth was doing, which came to be called conceptual art. In conceptual art, the idea or concept is the most important aspect of the work. It means that all the planning and decisions are made beforehand, and the execution is a perfunctory affair. The idea becomes the machine that makes the art. Like for a 1969 piece, Vito Acconci challenged himself to follow randomly selected passers-by until they entered a private space. He said of it, "I'm almost not an I anymore. I put myself in the service of this scheme." And sometimes it was actually machines that were the machines that made the art.
Did you understand anything that was said in the video?
I hate to be in a spot like this.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to give commentary in between here and there. It's an interesting explanation, an interesting approach to an artistic process, but it's a little confusing to me. Yeah, I can tell you're having a troubling time comprehending.
More characteristic of conceptual art is Douglas Hubler's duration piece number 6, for which he made a rectangle of sawdust in a doorway and documented it every half hour for 6 hours. The sawdust was then cleared away, and what you see here is the final piece.
Again, another brilliant piece. What is running through your mind? I want to know. I'm probing you right now.
I mean, this is also kind of interesting. You can interpret so many things from this. It's a very like open-minded idea to show something like this to people, but obviously an author has his own vision and probably something to say about this. But I mean, yeah, like
when I walk into a museum and I see this, I have to read this.
Yeah, because otherwise there's no point of...
I mean, I may look at the images and then, like, surmise, like, oh, this is probably what's going on. And the presentation of this isn't that bad, because the sequence is kind of understandable. But it's so... It can be so much more powerful. There's very little emotion that is evoked when I'm looking at this. And I don't know. I don't want to be too much of a critic at this point, but it's I don't know. I don't have a point for the moment. Maybe we can just continue.
Why are you even talking right now?
I don't know. I have a cold.
Do you think anyone is interested?
Nobody gives a shit. When I'm looking over, I'm still trying to like look at the screen from time to time, but then I'm remembering that I have to look into the lens.
Be professional, so.
I cannot. I'm an artist. I have issues.
As Lepard wrote in 1973, much art now is transported by the artist, or in the artist himself.
I think this is kind of enough. Should we just move on?
Yes!
In the 1910s, a group of artists called themselves the Futurists, and they used performance art as a means to provoke people with their ideas that idealized industrialization, speed and noise. Arseny Avramov composed the Symphony of the Factory Sirens, using the services of a huge cast of choirs joined by spectators, the foghorns of the entire Soviet Caspian fleet, 2 batteries of artillery guns, a number of full infantry regiments, hydroplanes, and...
Wait, what the frick is happening here?
What you're hearing. Like, idealization of industrialization.
Wow. This guy's face was like, what am I doing here?
Dude, he has a mission. And he's here to inspire us through his mechanical noises. But to think of it, like how far back it goes, like 1910s. That's how... This was the 20th century was basically the around century.
Yeah.
Of like, let's do some crazy outlandish shit.
After the madness of World War I that destroyed Germany, a group of artists wanted to create a new world, starting from scratch, as a child pronouncing its first words. They called themselves Dadaists. Hugo Ball and Emmy Hennings opened Café Cabaret Voltaire in Zurich in 1916. Hugo Ball himself read his poem Karawane.
Just people who got really high in the 20th century. There is something in this guy's system right now. You can see it on his face.
He has flashbacks of memories of far gone.
People like really needed technology at that time.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like I wonder what pushed them to. I mean, the world itself was changing so rapidly that people responded to it naturally as well.
I mean, yeah, but also imagine you had generations were raised in war.
Yeah.
Their mind probably was slightly fucked up.
Yeah, and that's why he dressed up as a bullet. Well, I don't know. With crab hands, reading a poem.
In a toilet paper thing.
Yes, that's what happens.
When you do that you basically achieve life.
This was made in 1992. Doesn't this look like a video game? 1922.
1922? There
Yeah.
was no color in 1922. They must have colored it after.
They probably colored it.
But how?
This is Bauhaus, baby. Bauhaus were f***ing out of this world.
Color came much later. Let me actually check, because that's very interesting. Research time.
Yeah.
Color.
Yes.
50s.
So this is manually colored then.
Yeah.
But still,
Mm-hmm.
Bauhaus was really like pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
Oh! Back to the scheduled programming.
Surrealism emerged. Antonin Artaud wrote, "We abolished the stage and the auditorium." The Japanese Gutai group expanded ideas about painting and the canvas.
Right, so, okay. Like, I always thought of art when I was a kid as something that takes skill.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I mean,
What? What do you see? What do you find wrong?
just this is wrong.
Why? Somebody wants to put some.
No, I mean I do understand, but like, if you ask me to consider this as a piece of art, yeah, I'll think about it.
This isn't even the best part.
Mm.
Let's keep watching. Woo! Slip and slide here and there.
These guys are definitely thinking like,
What the fuck is he doing?
I'm very into art. I love it. Without it, I can't live it. But what if someone who no one knows would do something like this? Would people care about this? Like, what if I stood up right now?
That is a good point.
Would anyone ever care about this? Or if a famous, I don't know, artist or a songwriter or actor came out and did something like this, then people would definitely say that, let me think about it.
This is why I wanted to bring you here on this experience and wanted to show you a couple of like these sort of educational videos here and there, because that's a good point. When you look at this, if there isn't a convoluted and sophisticated explanation behind it that, oh, this is the art becomes an event itself, you being there, creating things chaotically and making things appear on the canvas is already an act of art, when in reality it's just, you know, paint being splattered here and there. And what you're saying makes complete like sense to me, at least. If somebody else started to do that in the street, outside in public, they would think of them as someone crazy. Diarrhea. I mean, it's chaos for the sake of chaos, or I don't know, like, there's... I don't know, and it doesn't even get me riled up, bitch. Yeah, this is another...
What you trying to do, huh?
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
What do you say we move on to,
Sure.
not this, but something else?
Yeah. To something else, but this was like a small piece of... So this is like a very quick, like, you know, overview of the history of conceptual art. There were further and further iterations of it. I want to show you one video of a modern performance. So these were the people that were doing this way back.
Yeah.
Right? That's my sleep paralysis demon.
What the heck? What are these actors thinking about? They're like, look at it. His face is like, this is the best performance of my life.
Yes.
I'm probably moving straight to the Hollywood after this. That's what I'm doing when I have to study. That's the levels I come to
Bro,
to avoid studying.
You've seen me do worse shit than that.
That guy, he's a legend.
He's carrying the entire performance, bro.
I mean,
it's on his shoulder.
the tubes are coming out of his mouth. It's like he's so into his
like
character.
Pain. Yeah, he's like Pain in Naruto. You know, do you remember how he was like?
Oh yeah,
that's the guy. That is Pain. We're watching Pain right now. We live in a society.
I don't like this anymore. Let's end on this.
Yeah,
this is me right now.
Yeah, I know. I've strapped you in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, come back here.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the torturous experience of trying to enjoy.
I thought that it would be fun.
Me too. At the end of the day, I tried to show you some interesting sides of it, but also some ridiculous sides of it as well. Maybe it was a bit too overwhelming for the first video. This exists.
Thank you
Yes.
for watching. Whoever ended up watching this entirely, you don't have any... I mean, you have too much free time. Go do something productive.
Like us.
Don't waste your time on us. We are, though, trying to also follow us. Definitely subscribe and like, because, I mean, we're desperate.
Hit that bell notification.
Bell, the liking.
Keep watching.
Stay cool, stay fun, happy, and see you the next time.
See ya.